This video would have been made a lot sooner, but I kept getting distracted by things that I'll tell you all about some other time. They were fun, but fuck me, it took way longer than I thought they would. AAA games have undeniably declined in quality over the last couple of years, and that's in all aspects: the story, the dialogue, the gameplay, the attention to details. We used to have stories about the hero's journeys, self-doubt, finding strength, overcoming impossible odds, doing what's right, ripe with emotional turmoil, loss, failure, regret, getting knocked down, all hope lost. We had games exploring the question of what is good and what is evil, and it forced you to make your own decision based on what you decided. We had games explore the concept of consciousness and what it means to be alive, be human. We've had a collection of great stories and games, as well as memorable and relatable characters like Samus Aran from Metroid, Jill, Claire, Leon, Chris, and Sheva from the Resident Evil series, 2B, 9S, and A2 from Nier Automata, Geralt, Ciri, and Yennefer from Witcher, Captain Price, Arthur Morgan, Batman and the Joker, Marcus, Dom, Cole, Baird, Anya, Carmine from Gears of War.
Better park that nice new Raven carefully.
Let's give the traditional Stranded welcome. Strip the chopper for parts.
Now we have stories about arguably the most unlikable characters in existence who are never wrong, and when they are, it's because someone else misunderstood something and they were actually right all along. Things are solved with the power of friendship. The big bad guy isn't actually bad, they're just misunderstood. Oh, and if there's factions, you never actually get to take out any of the faction leaders or the final boss. Notice how I am actively crushing this man's skull with my bare hands. We are in an age where writers no longer know how to write compelling stories. All the writers that get hired, none of them know how to write. We see that in games like Dragon Age Veilguard, Gollum, Forspoken, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Avowed. We've seen it in the gacha space in Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail. We've seen it in the movie industry over the last decade. Media literacy is at an all-time low. People can't read, people can't write, people can't even fucking spell. And we are unfortunately in an age where people are growing up with these poorly written stories and characters and think these are examples of acceptable and good writing and good characters, because no one is showing them examples of good writing, and everyone calling the bad examples bad and the good examples good are villainized on social media, mainstream media, and the internet, being called sexist, misogynistic, Nazis, and racists, because they dared to say a movie that people like is poorly written and has poorly written characters. And if you don't like any of our characters for any reason, it isn't because we can't write or we're more focused on pushing an agenda than making a good game. It's because you're sexist, or racist, or transphobic, or homophobic. Real talk here, alright? Not being particularly thrilled about gender, sexuality, and identity politics being in games is not transphobic or homophobic. People in the trans and gay communities do like representation, and naturally some of them don't really care all that much. They just want to play the video game, but appreciate it all the same. And there is nothing wrong with having that representation in games and media if that representation is handled respectfully. It isn't done for the sole purpose of ticking boxes, and the characters aren't pieces of shit and condescending to just about everyone they meet. Like with any character. If you make all of your gay and trans characters be narcissistic, hypocritical Mary Sues who can do nothing wrong and have no consequences, and get upset when things don't go their way, what kind of message do you think that's sending? When people actually played the game, no one gave a fuck about Ellie being a lesbian because that particular piece of information wasn't the sole focus of the character. She was a good character, she was written well, and she was likable. These two being gay wasn't a problem because they were good characters. And I'm definitely not saying that I think Last of Us Part 1, specifically Part 1, was really good or anything. People don't have a problem with characters being gay or trans or whatever as long as they're written well and likable, because if they are, then that representation was handled respectfully, and more importantly, it doesn't feel forced, like they're just there to adhere to an agenda. And not liking these characters because they're poorly written and their existence feels forced is not sexist, racist, transphobic, or homophobic. It is not racist to say that this character is an insufferable asshole and the dialogue is painful to listen to. But you know what I think is kinda racist? Having the only black representation in the modern day be almost exclusively race-swapped characters, or characters that are poorly written and completely unlikable, making it seem like they're a gaming equivalent of a diversity hire. As if to say they don't deserve anything better than that, like well-written, charismatic, heroic, original black characters. Like Jackson Briggs in Mortal Kombat, Colt in Deathloop, Sheva in Resident Evil 5, Frank and Lamar in GTA 5, Cole in Gears of War.
Baby, you gotta trust the Coal Train to find the goods. This is my turf, Cougar's territory.
Fucking even Daisy Fitzroy, even though she was technically an antagonist, she was still a good character. Not whatever the fuck these were. Guys, I just want you to know this one was on sale for about $3, and even that felt too expensive, but that's for a whole different reason. These modern writers just hate Batman and Kevin Conroy in particular for some reason, and you can't convince me otherwise. Really, the only example of a race-swapped character that no one had an issue with that I can think of was Sam Jackson as Nick Fury when the comic character was white. Because Sam Jackson's a good actor and the character was still written well and it felt like it was handled respectfully. There's probably other characters, but that's the one that I can think of. Now, let's talk about the women for a second. These days, the only characters women get to represent them are whiny, angry, narcissistic, stale, trans, lesbian, non-binary girl bosses who don't need no man. And if they are romantically interested in another person, it's going to be another woman, and it's going to be the most painful thing you ever hear because it never sounds sincere, it never feels authentic. And if she's attractive, it's because it was an accident. There has been a blatant shift in female characters, and this has been an occurring thing for years, starting all the way back in 2012, 2014 with things like Feminist Frequency. I'm not getting into that. We basically went from it being stop objectifying and sexualizing the characters to your female characters cannot be decent human beings or feel like real people in any conceivable way. And if you even think about getting involved with a man, you will be disowned from existence. I'll let the quality speak for itself. We used to have female characters with dialogue like this.
Chris, wait!
I don't have much time. I have to find her.
I'm going with you. These are my people that are dying here.
Are you sure about this? A second ago, you were ready to cut and run.
I can't just turn my back and walk away.
There are no more orders from here on in. It's just us.
We are partners. To the end. Now let's get moving.
Copy that.
And now we have dialogue like this.
And I am fine with that. Just leave me alone. You know what? None of this is my fault. This is all your
And
fucking
tell me
fault.
how exactly this is my fault.
Can we just not talk?
Fine. Fine by me. Suit yourself. I love a bit of silence.
Fantastic. Fuck. Break Bob was my last shot at getting out of this place. Now I'm stuck
Thanks
in
for 5
this
gift subs,
insanity.
Fish. You fish. Again.
Apologies if my father's death has inconvenienced you.
That's not what I meant.
No? I have lost the father who I only was just reunited with. Who I was hoping to spend more time with. Who was all I had left.
And all you think about
I'm
is
sorry
yourself.
That's been so hard on you.
No, I didn't.
Didn't what? Think? No, your only concern is for yourself.
That's...
My people have lost so much. They can't just get out of this insanity. This is their home. My home. But don't let our grief and assured destruction get in the way of your self-pity.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, it's super accurate.
You want to talk about fair? What's unfair is the only person capable of helping us is too self-absorbed to do so.
I've shed blood for this place.
Our people welcomed you. They were frightened. Rightfully so. But they still welcomed you.
They needed me.
What's wrong with that? People need each other. We help one another without complaint. It's the Athian way. Not that I should have expected you to understand that. After all, you're not one of us.
No. No, you know what? You are right. I didn't grow up here. I didn't have a community that supported me. I couldn't go and
Thanks,
drink with
Arisa.
my friends at
Amanda.
the bar. I couldn't go outside and play with the kids. I couldn't walk on beautiful landscapes. I didn't have a mother or a father that wanted me
Can you stop trauma dumping,
or
please?
loved me.
I'm going home.
So no. I don't care what happens to Athia. If it's saved or if it burns, I don't give a shit because this place is not my home.
Man, we are 6 hours in and she is more unlikable now than ever. Why do they write characters like this? She has legitimately not developed even a little bit.
We used to have female characters who weren't strictly speaking brawlers but still scrappy and have gameplay like this.
Come on. Everything's gonna be okay. Will you just turn around and talk to me and we can...
But now we get gameplay like this.
All units respond. The fugitive is more dangerous for you to search until further orders are issued.
We used to have interactions between characters like this.
Claire! It's so nice to see you.
How are you doing? That helicopter just came out of nowhere.
I'm in one piece.
I'm guessing you don't have a key in one of those fancy pockets?
Unfortunately, no. But how are you doing?
You know, just surviving.
That's good.
Yeah.
Any luck with your brother?
No, not yet. Leon, we really gotta stop meeting like this.
Are you all right? Police chopper, it just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I take it you don't have the key.
No, I don't. It's good to see your face, though. How are you holding up?
I'm hanging in there.
Hell of a night, huh?
Yeah. You find your brother?
I did, actually. He's... Just when you think it can't get any worse. Leon, you should get going.
Don't worry about me. Just get yourself to safety.
No, Leon, seriously, they're getting through the fence. Please, just go.
We're gonna make it. Both of us.
Anna.
No, it's me, Elizabeth. Are you all right?
Where am I?
Back in the land of the living. Here, let me.
I'll be fine.
You almost drowned. You need to...
I said I'm fine. Just give me a minute.
Do you hear that? It's music.
Go on, I just need to...
Okay, I won't be long. I won't be long, Mr. DeWitt.
Miss Elizabeth.
Hello. Oh, this is wonderful. Oh, come dance with me, Mr. DeWitt.
I don't dance. Come on, let's go.
Why? What could be better than this?
Well, how about Paris?
Paris? I don't understand. How could we get there?
That's where that airship's going, but if you want to stay and dance, we can...
No, let's go. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go right now.
Elizabeth, I've made an arrangement to get our airship back.
You can get us out of here.
Yes, I just need to supply enough weapons to arm an entire uprising.
Oh, bad. Look, that house over there. I can see us, you and me. A couple of kids, a dog.
Yeah, a great big bottle of suicide pills.
Well, that'll save me poisoning your dinner.
And now it's like this.
You need not tell me that I am an inadequate mother. I am aware.
Then why did you leave?
When I see my child in danger, I act.
Here's the ginger.
Thank you.
So, I'm non-binary.
What does that mean?
So what I wear is a problem for you?
It's just, why dress like that? Are you trying to make your mother happy?
What? Can I not respond? Can I choose to leave?
Tosh, do you like being a woman?
Nobody likes being a woman. Forget I said anything.
I fucking hate myself, dude. Reaction to being a woman.
We had female characters who looked fairly attractive, not afraid to tell the man to fuck off, all with the writing not feeling forced and awkward. The relationships throughout the game having ups and downs, sending you on this emotional roller coaster.
You killed those people. I can't believe you did that. They're all dead. You killed those people.
Elizabeth,
You're a monster.
what did you think was gonna happen?
What?
Do you understand the expense that people went through to keep you locked up in that tower? You think people like that are just gonna let you walk away? You are an investment, and you will not be safe until you are far away from here.
What do they want from me?
I don't know. But that's the last time anyone gets the drop on me.
You're a liar, Mr. DeWitt. And a thug. But you're also my only means of reaching Paris. Don't get too comfortable with my company, Mr. DeWitt. You are a means to an end, no more.
I gotta talk about this game at some point. And now, we just have characters who feel like they spend every waking hour on Twitter and Reddit. And God forbid you want a woman to be attractive in 2025. If you dare say that you don't think a female video game character is attractive in this current day and age, well, you're just an incel and you watch films too much. The uglification of women in video games is a subject. It's the idea that studios are intentionally making female characters less attractive and have more masculine characteristics, especially when compared to their IRL face models, in games where men are predominantly the target audience. And while there are examples of games and franchises where this seems to be happening, and I agree, and I think it's a little ridiculous, given the context of what it is and what it used to be and shit like that. There are also examples where I think the reaction is blown a little bit out of proportion because the examples that are given are typically the character in one particular bad angle. Most notable example being this character from the Fable reboot with this screenshot here, where most people will throw this image up and say, oh my god, look at her, this is horrible, but then we look at her from another angle and suddenly it's not quite as bad. Now, do I think she's conventionally attractive? No. But it's not like she's cosplaying Trollface all the time, so let's not pretend that she is. Another example is Joe from the Perfect Dark reboot that incidentally got canceled recently. I'm sorry, her head looks so fucking square. But here's another angle, still not as bad. And her face model does have a very strong jawline, so it's not like the studio's doing that on purpose, at least from what I can tell. Unfortunately, this character has previous character models that she can be compared to, and personal opinion, I don't think it does her any favors. When the series has a track record for what the character looks like, well, my advice probably would have been to go with a different model. I swear I'm not saying this to be mean to the model or anything, but I don't know how you as a game developer or design person can look at these face shapes on the previous models and then say, okay, let's find a model with the squarest face that is humanly possible. I think a better case for the argument would be Kay Vess compared to her face model. I don't think she looks terrible. I've heard people say that the face scan is bad and the model looks better, but no, that's her face. She got scanned in fine. But I do think this is a matter of the hair not matching the face. Not every woman can pull off bangs, not even the actress. Just like not every dude can pull off having long hair or being bald. That could be incompetence from the design team, or it could be intentional. Also pointing out they decided to add blemishes where I, again, think it doesn't fit the face. So it looks like something's off. But let's be honest, Star Wars Outlaws had bigger issues than just how Kay Vess looked, and her being more conventionally attractive would not have helped anything. How about Intergalactic? Trailer dropped, and people saw the bald Blasian lesbian girl boss with tattoos who don't need no man be the main character of the space bounty hunter game with laser swords and immediately said no. Some of them saying because she's an uglified, uninspiring, androgynous protagonist. Androgynous meaning to display both feminine and masculine traits. I don't think she's ugly or anything. I don't really think she looks too terrible. I mean, I look at this character, I look at the theme, and then I look at some of the female characters from some of these space movies from the 80s and 90s, like Private Vasquez from Aliens, Carolyn Fry from Pitch Black, Ripley especially in Alien 3. Some of those female characters can be pretty masculine themselves. I guess I don't really see it as out of place, but maybe that's just me. Is she conventionally attractive? Is she similar to characters like Shondi? No. I think she fits the aesthetic. I think they were more than likely trying to emulate a character like Private Vasquez, and those types of characters aren't typically conventionally attractive, but I don't think she's ugly or uglified. Now, uninspiring I have an easier time agreeing with, but I personally hold off on making judgments and criticisms when I don't know jack shit about the game, and all we have is a trailer that was released at the time of recording 6 months ago. The game is not out yet. I don't like doing that. I'm sure plenty of other people feel confident with their thoughts about the game already just based on what they've seen from the trailer, and that's great for them, but that's not how I operate. Ciri from The Witcher, I heard some people weren't happy with her face, and I'm not talking about CD Projekt Red saying they didn't change anything or any of that. I'm talking about her face. Apparently some people were upset by her design. They fixed her face, but what was wrong with it? It looks like a face to me. I don't know. No, I actually don't understand this one. Is it that this one, her face looks a little bit wider, looking like she got older? I mean, isn't she supposed to be older? She didn't look bad at all to me. I really think people are freaking out over this for zero reason. I think an argument that makes some sense to me is that these are video game characters. You have control over the visuals, so there shouldn't be any bad angles or bad lighting. I think the biggest difficulty with having criticism about how a character looks is that it's mostly controlled by preference. So it's subjective. And I also think it's a matter of having game after game after game being genuine garbage, DEI, whatever, that now people are looking for it in everything that releases from now on, and they see it where it might not actually be the case. And I can't really blame them. I mean, after Concord, Gollum, Suicide Squad, Dustborn, Veilguard, and Saints Row, they've had genuine crap just slammed in their face for a while, so I get it. So that said, I also think if you go up to one of these people who say these characters aren't all that attractive and you say that's because they watch porn too much, I think you should get off the internet and go take a walk. People aren't wrong if they want female characters to be more feminine and attractive doesn't mean sexualized, it means attractive. People aren't wrong for wanting more characters like Eve, Siri, 2B, or Ada Wong, and that's just reality. But I mean, come on, how can you blame any man or woman for appreciating a character with that much shoulder? I mean, that is just scandalous. Goddamn, this game looks like it'd be pretty good. What the fuck am I looking at? Oh, and the men aren't in the clear either. I ain't even talking from an objectifying standpoint, but, you know, I prefer my male characters to be fucking manly. Like young or old Kratos, Geralt, Arthur Morgan, Chris Redfield. Just like it isn't wrong for straight women and gay men to objectify the shit out of and prefer the masculine male characters, it's not misogynistic for straight guys and gay women to prefer having feminine female characters. Like, I'm just saying, anytime there's a third-person game that lets you pick between playing a man or a woman, I'm probably picking the woman if she's attractive. You know why? Because if I'm gonna be staring at a character's ass for 20 plus hours, might as well appreciate the view a little bit, you know? Same with straight women picking the men. And playing that one game, what was it? Love in Deep Space. Yes, I know about that. Just like I know exactly what kind of fantasy books some of you are reading, ladies. Like, serious, I can't be the only one who looks at Abby and says, that is a dude's body. That is a very identifiably male body. I've told a few people, I have a theory about what happened with Abby here. They had an idea for this character, and it was originally going to be a dude, but then someone from the studio stepped in and said, wait! Make it a woman. And the design and model people said, fuck it, use the dude's model, alter the face a bit, give it long hair, say she's fucking jacked, we're done, we're not doing that. And by the way, before anyone says anything, people don't hate Abby because muscles, they hate Abby because she killed Joel. Let's not misunderstand this. And at the right price of $80 to $100 for the standard edition of these games, I swear to God, 2025 is going to see a meteoric rise in indie games and piracy. Because these games have yet to show that they're worth that much money.
Yeah, keep in mind, civilians are working down here. Don't get excited and shoot at me.
We spent $300 million to make this garbage tier game. On fucking what? And the games weren't even fucking finished. You released them anyway. That's after delaying however many times. How do you spend $300 million? $300 million developing a video game, and the video game isn't a full dive VR game where you can live and breathe the video game. I genuinely do not know how developing games and making movies costs so much goddamn money these days, and the only thing being done is better graphics paired with the most god-awful, boring, stale, unimaginative gameplay known to man with absolutely zero player freedom and attention to detail. have regressed in quality and they want more money for it because they've been getting away with it for years. Now they just want to see how far they can push it. It's just nice to know that we have some game developers in the space that don't hate the franchise that they're a part of, but they aren't part of these known companies anymore. That's for damn sure. Look, I'm a simple man. You want to know what I want? Here, watch this. Great, now make that a game and I'll be happy. Oh wait, they did? Yeah, that feels better. But I think this is a problem that's here to stay, because even with how many of us are complaining about this online, we are still the minority. The average person looks at the price tags and says, damn, that sucks. Oh well, here's my $700 for this console and $80 for the game, and they go about their day. And then there's the people who complain and then continue to contribute to the problem. If y'all want this shit to change, all of us need to collectively demonstrate some self-control and resist the urge to buy, because that's what corporations listen to. If no one buys, if there's no profit being made, there needs to be a change so people start buying again. But I don't see that ever happening because too many people are ingrained and accepting of everything. Standards have dropped and corporations and companies noticed. Like, when we're unironically at a point where the majority of modern games are worse than a reskinned 19-year-old game, something is wrong and we need to stop accepting everything. But for everyone else, from the absolute state that AAA games are in today, after corporation after corporation after corporation proving that they no longer have teams that care about the games that they're making, I am starting to see the appeal of some of these gacha games. These games have tons of exploration and quests and story and some fun gameplay mechanics, aren't afraid to have attractive characters, and some of them graphically, oh my fucking god. And these games are usually free. There is, of course, the predatory gambling part of it that is a massive issue for many understandable reasons, but as long as you have some semblance of self-control and you're responsible with your money, you shouldn't have an issue. If you have a gambling addiction, don't play a gambling game. Treat them like you would treat Warframe and you'll be fine. You don't need to continuously spend money to get the most recent character and weapon to play the game and have a good time. And if you do, well, thank God there's plenty of others that you can go to instead. Spend responsibly. But if you really don't want to get into the gacha space, which, in all honesty, good, stay away, then I highly recommend you go pick up one or all of the indie and retro games that I've been showing throughout this video while I've been talking here, with the name of the game over in the bottom left hand corner. I wanted to show more indie games that people might not know about, like Sheem here, but I have a lot and all of them just wouldn't fit in a video this short. So what I'm gonna do is, in some of my upcoming commentary videos, not critiques, I'll have an indie game or a retro game playing in the background like you've seen here with my owl mixed in, because I want more people to know about and play these games. And I also recommend you all to listen to what I said here today and listen good, because I have no intention of ever talking about this shit again. Me personally, I'm a dude that enjoys games with hot women and manly men, and if that's an issue for you, oh, sorry. I was just looking around for the guy that asked for your goddamn opinion, because I know it wasn't me. I care about the writing in these games. I don't care if the dude is the most stereotypically flamboyant gay guy in existence if he's written well. I don't care if the girl's sporting a 5 o'clock shadow down in a glass of whiskey while curling 85 pounds if she's written well. Because ultimately, the writing is what determines whether you'll like a character or not.